Good morning. Of getting up at a decent hour today. I woke up at 7:15 because I had to pee, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be awake for the day. Then I realized how really tired I was, so I laid back down and I thought I was just gonna rest my eyes. Now I just woke up again and it's 9:40. I'm feeling a little under the weather. I think it's just allergies. Anyways, good morning. It's Monday and it's gonna be hopefully a slower Monday than normal, but let's get up. I'm gonna go ahead and water my plants because it's been a few days and they're definitely overdue. But guess what? Our water heater broke on Saturday. We're gonna get it fixed today, but that means I'm about to water my plants with cold water. I like to do it with warm room temp water because I feel like it won't shock them. So I'm a little nervous to do this, but they really need water. Instacart today because your girl needs a few dollars in this economy. But while I wait for an order, I'm gonna do some light cleaning because that needs to be done. Hello. You're so handsome. Oh, thank you. You're so chewy. So I ended up doing just 2 Instacart orders. There really wasn't much going on today and they were both really small, so it was kind of pointless, I would say. But I also got to return an Amazon package, which was good. And I got to buy Zachary some Ben & Jerry's because they came out with like 5 new flavors recently. We've not been able to find them, but I found them at 2 separate Albertsons, so I picked those up. I'm gonna work on some laundry, but I thought I would do something a little bit different. I've got a lot of new followers here, which I'm so thankful for, but I also had people on Instagram say that you wanted me to kind of just do more like personal questions or like get to know me type of things since you might not know much about me. So I'm gonna do that. I just found like some online forms of like general questions to ask to get to know someone. I'm gonna answer them for you while I take care of some laundry. Okay, so the first 2 questions are, how old are you and when is your birthday? My birthday is November 10th, 1997, which makes me 24 big years old. It's so crazy to think that I'm 24 because I was just 21. It's so insane. What is my favorite food? I want to be one of those people that just has an immediate answer for this question, but I don't know that I'll ever be that person. For those of you that don't really know me, I have a lot of dietary restrictions. Long story short, I went through a period of leaky gut, you can look that up, over this past Thanksgiving, Christmas season. And ever since then, I've had to drastically change what I eat, my daily routines, and all of that stuff. So I guess all of my like favorite foods I'm not allowed to have anymore. So if I had to give an answer, I guess the meal I've been enjoying the most recently is making shrimp tacos. Those have just been really good at home. Do I have any brothers or sisters? I do have a brother. He is 17. He's a senior in high school and he just got accepted to the University of Alabama. He's gonna go study computer science at Alabama starting in the fall. And I'm so happy for him and so proud of him, but also sad that he's basically moving away for 4 years. But we're really looking forward to being able to go and visit and like see Alabama because Zachary and I have never been. But yeah, I just have the one brother. We're 7 years apart, just about. We're like 6 years and 3/4 or whatever apart. So there's a very big age gap between us, and that was really rough growing up. But now that we're both kind of at that adult age, we have a really good relationship now. Do I have any pets? Yes, we have a dog. His name is Spike. He's a pit bull bulldog mix. A friend of a friend of a friend basically was getting rid of him because they lived in an apartment, or they were moving into an apartment and they weren't allowed to have his breed. And we also were in the same boat actually. We were also in an apartment that wouldn't allow the pit bull breed, but we decided to take him anyways because if we didn't take him, they were gonna put him in a shelter of some sort. So we took the risk and we took the dog, and a year down the line, we actually got in trouble for having him in the apartment complex. They found out about him and they were going to make us move, so we just got an online form to register him as an emotional support animal so that we could keep him and not have to pay for him, and it all worked out. We've loved every second with him ever since we got him. We've had him for almost 4 years now, and he's about to be 5 years old this summer. This one seems kind of funny to answer, but what's my height? I'm 5'7". It's so funny, I was like a giant when I was a kid compared to all of my friends and classmates. There's literally pictures of me in the line in kindergarten, like walking out of class to go meet our parents at the end of the day, and I'm quite literally an entire head taller than everyone. Like, we're in line and no matter where I am in line, you can fully see me, and my parents thought I was gonna be like so tall because of that. But I stopped growing in about 5th or 6th grade, reached 5'7", and I stopped growing. So I guess I just grew really quick as a child. Have I ever been to a concert? Yes, I've been to a few. First concert ever, this is funny, was actually, I don't know if you'd call it a concert, but it was Michael W. Smith, who's a Christian singer songwriter. I went to that with my grandma when I was a kid. I think it was in Utah or something. But like for actual concerts, my first ever was Hannah Montana. When I was a kid, my dad took me, and then I've also seen Justin Bieber my freshman year of high school. And then I went to the iHeartRadio like daytime festival thing a few years ago. That was super fun. And then just more recently, like less than a month ago, we went and saw Luke Bryan. But we're hoping to go see Sam Hunt in Colorado too. We're trying to figure out if it's going to be worth it because it's like a 12-hour drive and then the flights are like crazy. So we're trying to see if we can make it work. But I think that's in June or July. Am I an introvert or an extrovert? I find this question so hard. I would say growing up, I always thought of myself as an introvert because being around people just like wasn't my thing. And I still have moments like that, but I feel like I have a lot more moments where I'm enjoying time with other people. But I will say that's mostly with family or close friends. Hanging out with people that I don't really know kind of does drain me, but at other times I really like it and I really enjoy it. So I'd say I'm somewhere in the middle between an introvert and extrovert. It really just depends on like my mood, I guess. Do I have any tattoos? I sure do. I have 3 at the moment and hoping to get more whenever my bank account allows me to do so. I'll show you them real quick. My first ever tattoo is right here on my leg. This is what it looks like. I got it with a friend at the time. Basically like so close friend that we called each other cousins at the time, and we had grown up together and our families were all friends and stuff. And we had a major falling out about 1.5 years ago now. I wouldn't say I regret the tattoo, but I am a little upset about the meaning behind it because it no longer means that to me. So I think I'm gonna add to it, making the triangle that it is be like a base and turn that into being like underground almost, and then have new roots and trees growing out of it to show growth in my life so that I can still keep it but make it what it means to me now. And then the next tattoo I got was this one. It doesn't have any meaning, it was just a Friday the 13th tattoo. And then same with this one, it's a little butterfly. It was also just a Friday the 13th tattoo. Those are honestly my favorite to get because it's $20 and you just pick from a sheet and there's always something cute. But I really do want to get some more. I have a sketch in my mind of one I want to get behind my arm. I don't know which arm yet, but kind of behind it. And I want it to be similar to this style, like the dainty bouquet style, but I want it to be a bouquet of all of me and my parents and brothers, like birth flowers. And then I'm not fully sold on what exactly I want on my spine, but I want my spine done something like floral and like vines, maybe some butterflies mixed in, something like that, but still be like the dainty skinny line art. What is my drink of choice? I used to be a vodka girl back when I first started drinking, and I really didn't start drinking until I was 21. I was really into the vodka because you could mix it with like anything and it would be good, and there's like a million vodka flavors. It's not really my thing anymore. Makes me feel ill. So honestly, my go-to is either just a red wine. I can drink almost any red wine, dry, sweet, whatever it may be, or champagne. I love champagne straight, mixed with juice, anything but orange juice. I do not like orange juice, so classic mimosa, not for me, but a mimosa with peach juice or pineapple juice or apple juice is so yummy. So I'm definitely a brunch mimosa kind of girl, and at nights just give me red wine. There's a couple questions on here that ask about like sport or hobbies or like your physical attributes, so I thought I would just throw this in here because so many people don't know this about me because it's been a long time. But I used to be a competitive dancer. I started dancing when I was about 3 years old. My parents put me in my first dance class, and I was doing like the little recital shows you do twice a year. And then I started to really love it when I was in like 5th grade, I want to say. I was pretty good at it, so my parents let me get more serious about it, and I joined like an actual dance studio and joined a competitive team. So we started doing like competitions, traveling for competitions, practices almost every single day, which turned into me going through multiple different dance studios, multiple different competition teams. Got to the point where when I was in high school, I went to LVA, which is a performing arts school here in Las Vegas, and I majored in dance, which was cool because you have to audition to get in your specific major. So I was dancing at school every single day and then doing shows at school. Plus I was still on a competitive team outside of school. So I would say in all I was dancing like 30 to 35 hours a week. I met my boyfriend. This is kind of not the story I was expecting to share through this. I just wanted to share that I used to dance a lot, but I'll share this story too. I met Zachary our junior year. So it was my 2nd year at LVA because I started there sophomore year. So it was the middle of our junior year, and I was actually trying to leave LVA and go back to my home school because it just wasn't for me. There's a whole story behind that I don't really need to get into, but basically me and my mental health needed to get out of there. So I was in the process of trying to leave that school, which was a process in itself because it's also a magnet school, so you are contracted in and you've got to have a pretty serious reason to leave or they kind of like won't let you. Super weird, but whatever. So I was in the process of that at the same time that I met Zachary online. So we had started dating and we were together like every single day, and there was one day, it was his birthday, and I was supposed to have practice at my dance studio that night, and I really didn't want to go because I wanted to celebrate his birthday with him. It was our 1 month of being together. It was his first birthday we had celebrated together, and it happened to be the first time we said I love you to each other. And so I just wanted to like stay and hang out and celebrate with him. I didn't want to go to practice, so I just texted my coach and said that I wasn't going to be there because I was sick. You know, we all do it. Later that night, I had posted a picture of Zachary with his birthday cake and said happy birthday, and my coach saw it and she was livid. She was already mad because I was leaving LVA. I guess like she wanted everyone to go to LVA if they could because it makes you better, yada yada, and like you have a better reputation. So she was already upset about that, and then the fact that I skipped a practice and lied to her, which is like not the biggest deal in the world. Like relax, I was the team captain, like everything was gonna be okay. But anyways, she had called my mom and told her that I was kicked off the dance team. So it was kind of like all at once. I had left my dance school, so dance was done there, and then I also was kicked off of my competitive studio dance team, and my dance career was just squashed in a matter of 2 weeks. And so I haven't danced since then, and that's kind of probably where a lot of my mental health issues come from. Now that I put all the pieces together, it was like my whole world was dance, and then suddenly my world was gone. But I guess that's enough about me. I'm gonna do a workout, but let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna do glutes because I've lost so much weight, but the glutes are also small, and I have a lot of trouble trying to grow them. So I think I'm gonna try to do like twice a week glutes for a while and hope that they grow. So I'm gonna follow a YouTube video right now. My workout is done and my legs are wobbly. What you missed is I went downstairs and like speed cleaned as much as I could because Zachary and his stepdad showed up to do the water heater, and I was just slightly embarrassed with how the house was looking. And funny or not, they never came inside, so it was all pointless. but at least the house is clean now. And I made Zachary a snack because he requested an everything bagel with avocado, salt, pepper, cheese, and egg on top, and sriracha. So I made him that snack and took that out to him in the garage too. I'm still sipping on coffee at 4:15 in the afternoon. It's my second one of the day. It's probably a really bad idea. I've been starving all day because the more I drink coffee, the hungrier I get. So I just had 4 little sweet potato like fritter things that I made. They're really small, and they're actually, the recipe says it's for babies, like for baby-led weaning or whatever it's called when they start eating real food, but I made them for me because they looked yummy and easy, and they are yummy, but they're not filling at all. I could eat the whole container. Now I'm like depleted of energy from doing a workout and then speed cleaning and cooking a little something. Honestly, I actually love when we have someone come over and help us with house projects, or even when like Zachary's working on a house project, but even more so when someone like family or friend comes over to help us, because it reminds me of times when I was a kid and my dad and my uncle would be doing stuff in the garage, and me and my mom would be like hanging out inside. Like my cousins and aunt would come over and we'd like play games and stuff, so we were doing like girly in-house things while the boys like worked outside and got dirty, and then we would all come together when it got dark out and like go to dinner or something, and that is just such a good memory for me. I feel that deep in my soul. So every time someone's got to be fixing the house, that's what I think of, and I love it so much. I'm like, can we just like work on the house every weekend, because I need those kind of good vibes. We might be able to spy on the boys through the window. Okay, maybe not, but you can see all the water draining out because they have to empty the water heater, the old one, and so that's draining out right now, and then they'll put the new one in, which we got from Home Depot.